this new venture that we're trying, Overtime Podcast. On the left is my cousin Gilberto.
Good night, everybody. My name is Gilberto Magana, and we wanted to start this podcast out by introducing ourselves, what this podcast intends to be, where we want it to go, and and to my right, we have...
My name is Azel, I'm 20 years old and I like going to the gym pretty much. So let's start with the first topic. Something important that happened over the weekend. YouTube versus TikTok. They got the fight across platforms.
Alright, so we'll try to gauge to say our audience, right? Of course, we don't know what our audience is gonna be. We don't know the age range, the gender, but we'll try to cater for everybody. What Hazel and I wanted to talk about, we've been holding our thoughts about it because we want to share it with you all, is the YouTuber versus TikTok boxing match will happen. I'm not sure again how much of you are in tune with it, but it was a pretty big event compared to what influencers might have tried in the past. I'm not sure how long ago they follow influencers, but there have been pretty big fails when it comes to the influencer world. We had Tanakan. Tanakan actually never did do good, right? Fuzi and
he was bombed with
July
15.
Something like that, right?
I mean, love something and bomb get caught.
Drake was supposed to reach to Fuzi Tu's concert, right? So this one was one of the success for influencers.
Something pretty big.
And I think my favorite was the main event, right? The Austin and Bryce. I don't know about you.
Who you had?
I honestly want. Well, so I tell everybody, right? I tell my sister, I tell everybody. I don't like two of them, right? For some reason, I just feel like Austin rubbed me the wrong way. Like I feel like he just fit, right? But again, I know a lot of Ono maybe like Austin and the ES family. I just feel like, But and Bryce, well, he just like talk big, right? I like people where funny but humble and down to earth. I just feel like none of them. How are you?
And I'll be honest, I don't want to make Bryce just destroy Austin. But the whole while that they had Keemstar, they said that, Austin outbox Bryce outbox. And then I said, Keemstar just stupid, right? But I'm gonna get surprised. I don't know if maybe the nerves reach Bryce because they're big but they never do something so big. Austin him done host the basketball events. So he used to big crowds, maybe that's why he may perform better. But I'm just disappointed when I say Austin come in. His stance, he may just stiff. Me not Austin he jump and thing. And then they had a Nissan Gabe and Taylor.
Yes.
Okay, I honestly think that Taylor may have destroyed Gabe. One, because I Gabe first professional fight with Jake Paul, which is just a mess. And I would just say, shucks, Gabe just delusional when he can call out Canelo. And Taylor, he may look like the tough guy. But honestly, I think that's the biggest rivalry of 2021 because Gabe may destroy Taylor. What do you think?
Well, I guess for go back to the main event one, I say I could agree with you, right? We don't hear about Fuzi Tube and Keemstar to say, Austin have more experience and he have a past of being an athlete.
He done a D1 athlete.
Right? But then at the same side, honestly, we believe Bryce when he used to say, I've been in 40 fights, I'm a fighter and this and that.
I don't want to cut you off, but what he said on the end, I never claimed I was a fighter. He never said he was 40 and open street fights and the man must have need the roids that night.
Actually, Logan Paul even bring up his name and say, maybe that's true. Maybe Bryce don't play in a 40 fight, but maybe he lose out of him. Right? Cause he look like he just gone to lose. But,
gone to the bag?
I think Austin really surprised me. Like I'm known he's a good and thing and he's an elite athlete, but I'm thinking like a next Nate Robinson situation.
Yes.
But he good in a basket, but he not good in a in a box, but he surprised me one lot. I honestly feel like he did on next level, even if you compare to them body like KSI and even like Jake.
And they want that okay.
So, but when it comes to the Anison game and the Taylor one, I feel like Give really outperformed Taylor, who was supposedly Taylor was supposed to have even more experience than Bryce.
Yeah, he the box I think that's for 3 years or something just that nobody ever know. Okay, the second the one before that, Vinny Harker and then honestly I'm want to make Vinny win, right? Honestly. But I'm just surprised that he actually win and by knockout. DJ, what he said he made it, what? Train 5 times a day? I think that body just made it throw.
You see his body?
That body
He
made
didn't look really at all.
He that body made fat.
I mean, some body big
like
got stuck, but
like
just,
the big body man that train it Canelo. Right now I try friend.
yeah, but what I think, right? I feel Deji even perform better when he may fight Jake. But I feel like he may more ready, his body will look ready, his mind will look ready. I feel like Deji got some problems, but Vinny Harker really surprised me. I never think he might do so good.
Andy Ruiz. Watch.
Yes.
He may
that was a real freaking
but
fight.
he outperformed Deji but honestly, Vinny that like one of the nicest guys, man. Because even though he win by knockout, he still gone and tell him, man, you know what, you go the day say that.
Even when Deji, I don't know if I'll Deji Pantur, right? But I see a lot of people, I think CMKSI and Vinny Hacker retweet and think Vinny and Deji come out and say, I'm sorry, I'm a failure. And then the first comment, the highest like comment that same from Vinny Hacker, it no bro, it's a take a real person, so even stepping at it.
But you don't know why Deji lose? Because they got this curse on TikTok. When Nate Robinson posts, I'm gonna shock the world. Same thing Deji posts and he shocked the world, the man lose.
When I'm not a fight, I'm gonna never say any words. I'm gonna shock the world. Can you shock the world for real?
yeah, look like a meme for the rest of your life. Okay, right now I stop talking about this, but my favorite fighter of the night, I would feel is Jarvis.
No.
Real
Jarvis.
Man! That time a literal knock. Oh, they never had to call it off. He knocked down the valley.
I think that the biggest and only knockout I think for the whole night.
Big up PS Khan. No, that valley me serious, he me locked in.
I never picture him like that. I never see him like that. I always see his videos like he play Fortnite and they get banned over and over again, but first time I see him.
Well, now that we mentioned PS Khan, let's talk about the gaming community in Belize. So I was a fellow gamer. I have many friends that game, and I want to big up this one, the Team Volume 3. And it looked like there were hosts to make people to join. They said that before them were just gaming, right? I mean like just like COD or Fortnite, now that across platforms, you could play mobile, you could play anything and you could join as something new where they come in a Belize and it would have good.
I think that our people, we like support other people, you know.
But we don't like support
we
our
yeah,
own.
this for a long time. We see the news, we see videos, we have you know like trying influencers, upcoming influencers are really good, honestly really good. And we just support people from outside. I see people from Mexico and they try to support them. People even if Mexican they fight or do something that the US or internationally, you see Mexican people that they
Belizean people
all the way.
Belizeans.
Our people just like support other people because we have some really good gamers. Sometimes I browse my Facebook and I see this person that live the stream. So every time I see somebody in the stream, I always go in, give them a little like and leave them a nice little message because we really need to big up our people and give them that little support. One little message, one little like, go a long way. They had this ballet Venom Gaming in a Facebook on Belizean, and I go and I like, and you see how the man spark up and even feel more comfortable to talk, and the man mention my name in the thing, and so you feel good. I know that feel good for say that we Belizean support them.
And if you big up my body social, he always posts up on TikTok his gaming clips They got a lot of them. Please go check out Team Volume 3 and go follow them on Instagram, the upcoming gaming clan, and it really good make me uplift feature now.
Yeah. So I know this is a big leap, right?
Sponsored by Billy King.
I know this is a big leap. Well, hopefully one day maybe. But we made it some other topic, and like we said, we just set the lead tone with this first episode, but the podcast honestly the topics might come from every direction. Right? So we would encourage you to stick around. If you sit and really talk about something we don't care about, just stick around because we are research something you might care
This
about.
is something new we try. We don't really know as much.
We try gauging our interest, right? That the first episode,
and we would have liked me to comment what you would want say. If you want me to interview people, try out food or something, try out something. We post on our Instagram and could ask us questions. We willing to do another thing where I bring out special guests, It's just something new we try, and we just want to have fun along the way.
Talking about special guests, we just set up the page and a while ago, and this will be your first episode. And we don't have about 5 people lined up that want to be in the podcast. So that even make I feel good, right? Especially, and just to bring it up, like shortly, especially since everybody don't get their second dose of the vaccine. So we obviously want to do things the safe way, right? Both of we don't get
Fully
our
vaccinated.
second vaccine shot, so we're fully vaccinated, and it's been 2 weeks since we've gotten the vaccination, so we're fully protected, which will explain the no mask. But we still try to keep at least social distance while we come up on the frame, right? But that's what we're trying to promote. But yes, going back, we do have special guests lined up, and we're trying to see how we can get all of them to come say what they have to say.
Since you mentioned the vaccine, I think COVID affect a lot of lives. I think that's something we never expected would happen. I remember when it come out and they said we are out of school for 2 weeks. Vacation. 2 weeks into what year? Not see your friends, not see a lot of people, and really hard when if you keep on moving forward.
I remember when schools get a memo for close. I know since I hear this COVID thing is spread across borders, no, it was just a matter of time till it reach Belize. But when they reach, and honestly, I see how things may feel so serious, and schools get closed. I'm thinking it might be something for longer actually than what it was. Honestly, I'm thinking we may go in for like a whole 2 years with this new normality. But thank God, and thank you for science and everything, for the support all governments and the people are willing to just help. But we managed to get some vaccines thanks to all the governments who don't support. Today I actually see that Mexico donate our next round of vaccines.
And not just to Belize, I think to Guatemala. It good at the big countries, they help out the smaller countries,
I know. The first shipment we actually get from India, and I was kind of sad about that one, because even I still feel sad about it sometimes. India give me 100,000 doses AstraZeneca vaccine, and then if you, as you may say, and most of you may say, India may desperately in need, and then seeing vaccines wouldn't give me. And what made it happen? We have it the store in the freezer because nobody wanted to get their shot. You know how sad? I know many of you, maybe all of you, if you're in tune with Facebook, one of my see people in India, they're dead, families being broken, really sad situation. And you could have seen, they even publicize how they dispose of the bodies. They try to be respectful, but at the same time they try to handle so much people. And we right there, we just got the vaccine, it's chilling in the freezer. Like, man, that be kind of sad. But on a brighter note, things look like, it move in Belize, and I'm really happy to see things start move. And a lot of people made it out of work for a long time, right? People want their lives back. So the only way we can have our lives back is if we get the vaccine.
So I don't want to cut you short, but we don't get some few questions from the Instagram. one saying, I guess it's a meme, right? If me and my uncle love each other, you think it matter what people think? What do you think about that?
I think that man needs some help.
People weird, but whatever make you happy, bro, Okay, next
And we're
one.
not
We
calling
not
names,
judge,
right? We're not calling names.
Whatever.
Everybody into their own thing, right? So
Why do you guys decided to start?
this one good.
Well, I know I like for a long time I want to be a YouTuber, but I shy. And I never want to be by myself. Right now that I don't finish school, we have holidays and stuff, I tell my cousin, hear what? Let's go start something new in our beliefs. Let's go start with podcasts, so something fresh. Let's go just have fun. What do you think about that?
I agree with you. Honestly, the reason I want to do this podcast is because I just like share. Right? I like share what they in my mind. I like share what they in the mind of others. I like be the voice. I like voice myself full, and I also like voice. Give the silent one voice. Because some people have that for saying, then just don't have the body to say it. So if somebody tell me, talk about this, or talk about that, or what do you think about that? I remember I say, maybe I should have talked about this. But I just want an outlet for talk to the people who want to listen, and also talk to the people who want to talk. Right? So, and I think we have a lot of, aside from the YouTuber, the influencers, aside from these type of conversations, we also could have some really intellectual conversations. Right? We got some experience, we got some academic learning in a way. So not feel like this alone, talk about this, talk about that. If you get serious,
I got some deep conversations. Next one, any special guests we should wait for? Well, I have one of them left on Team Volume 3, named Social, who said he ready to be a guest. We got a nurse, I know I mentioned his name, right? But
we got a doctor.
But he ready to come in and
No, a doctor.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. We got a doctor, he ready to come in and, enlighten me with that knowledge.
Even if we don't got any medical questions,
just when he the right, that'll be the time.
You know what we should have done? We should have put a tell on him, make it anonymous. If we don't got any medical questions,
we're not shy,
we don't feel shy, if we got a doctor and ask, feel free to send it on our telonym, we could add that.
Okay.
And anonymously ask the doctor.
And since you may talk about deep talks and always be about memes and fun, same while the doctor, he sent me one, he said, not a question, but speak on financial literacy.
Yeah. So, financial literacy must be there in the mind of many young people right now. Right? And I feel like this made its own episode, honestly. But just forgive me.
Maybe that's something we should have talked when he joined as a special guest.
Through that, because I think I'm very established young man too, look ambitious and obviously very knowledgeable. So I think through a week we'll have a good conversation on that. But thanks for that.
So let's go left it for part 2, right? Because
Yeah, but financial literacy, that's something really important. I just want to breeze through it. I think a lot of we young people right now, we have the energy, we have ideas, but what we're missing sometimes are the capital, right? And personally, I don't go through this, I experience this, and I think even we come from different worlds, right? I take one path, you take one next path, and I think everybody all want to take one own path, right? So maybe when we have our third co-host, our guest, we could really spark some insight and give different perspectives and maybe how we do it, maybe how we would have do it if we could go back in time or whatever, just to give some ideas and get our minds on track. I think I said one more question.
Yeah, really deep, so I don't know.
What type of podcast will this be? Yeah, like I said, the podcast tends to cover. Well, we plan for it to cover many areas. It could be finance. It could be small business. It could be, the entertainment, the influencers. It could be health. It could be anything. anything, right? Anything you guys want it to be. This is your podcast, just as it is ours, right?
They're just a voice to
There's not. I don't think there's many I know they have, but I don't think there's many. But well, this is the number one podcast in Belize, right? And you could check the stats. But we want this be something flexible. I know some podcasts say, you know what? Oh, we don't want a religious podcast. We talk about this. We don't want.
We are very open.
Formal podcast. We could be formal, we could be informal, we open minded, we willing to hear what we want to say, and we willing to say what we don't want to be said. Right? So I think that answers that question.
Well, I guess this time is just something short to our introduction, and we're new to this, we just want to try it out, and just hope you guys enjoyed our first ever podcast, for Overtime podcast, and as the time goes, it will only get better. We will try new things. Everything is going to get better. In the last words,
I think that since we close off, I think as to the time and the length of the podcast that they expect, it will vary, right? For example, this is our first one, so this one is like what, about 20 minutes?
like a icebreaker.
So it could vary from 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, depending how deep we go. And I know we go deep, especially when we have our guests. They will be one last to talk about, right? So we encourage you, if you don't have a lead time, come listen to us. If, like I said, if you don't want to listen to us and don't want we talk about something, bring it up, right? We will not ignore you.
We had to check all of the comment sections, and what you like and what you share, what mean a lot to me, and we are very grateful for it.
I think that missing as well, right? Like we say with the support. One like, one share, will go a long way, because that's how we know that we don't want this go, and we don't want this continue and just run, right? We don't bring this for our entertainment. So just keep that in mind. We there if we're there, right? And like I said, aside from sharing and stuff, tell us what you want us to talk about. We really want hear from Uno. Right? So if you don't give us feedback, that would be really much appreciated.
Goodbye, guys, and thanks for watching our podcast.